Nobody wants to get united. Like, what we gotta do is meet everybody in 149th Street at the bench.
Hey, you wanna know why it is you can't do extensions? I'm gonna tell you why. It's real simple. I know. Everyone's rushing to the comments and be like, keep it simple. I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm not gonna say that. I refuse. You should keep it basic. Mixing it up on you. So, I want to go ahead and discuss how it is you go about adding them to your piece. Now, this is not going to be some Build-A-Bear extension video where I go ahead and demonstrate extensions that you guys can copy. No, that's bad and also stupid. Instead, I'm going to give you guys the formula to how extensions function, and you gotta make your own extensions. So what is an extension? Well, an extension is any part of the letter that is not necessary in order to actually make the letter structure. This does not always include serifs, and the reason I say it like that is because sometimes serifs are actually letter structure, at least as far as graffiti is concerned. Now, all serif is just an extra stroke at the ending of a letter's stroke. Letters like, for example, the letter S very commonly has a serif attached to it, which is considered a letter structure, once again, as far as graffiti is concerned. But other letters, for example, the letter R can have a serif that is not actually part of the letter structure. And for this reason, serifs fall into a category of their own. But what are extensions really? To put it simply, they're just a detail, and in every single art form, details are useless by nature, and they need to be given a reason. They have to augment the image in some way. So if you have an image with bad fundamentals, no amount of details, be it extensions or whatever it is you decide to add, is going to fix the core issue. That's why newer graffiti artists oftentimes can't do extensions. Essentially, if you baked your cake wrong, no amount of frosting is gonna save it. Now that we understand what an extension is, how can you expect to progress with extensions? I think that's the next talking point that we should get into. I think it's really important. If you've been doing graffiti and you're comfortable with the fundamentals and you can rock straight letters really easily, then you might find yourself getting into serifs. You can see serifs start popping up at the ends of this letter, at the ends of that letter. And over time, the better you get at handling your serifs and their negative space management, their letter and name weight, the positioning of the serif, the structure of the serif, as well as the flow of the serif, the better you get with that stuff, the more you'll start to see compressed extensions that you're satisfied with, compressed extensions that actually work, begin to pop around your piece. And then those compressed extensions are going to change into normal, traditional extensions. Now, all a compressed extension is just a really small extension that remains close to the letter's structure. These don't travel all that far. And extensions are where things get interesting, because with extensions, we have the formula that your extension has to flow out of the origin, it has to have a reason for the travel distance, and it has to flow at the destination. Now, you don't by any means need all three of these different qualities. It's just having all three of these makes it a lot easier for your extension to function. And you're always going to, at very least, have a reason for your extension as a whole, and that covers the travel distance part. While choosing to go ahead and eliminate any one of these three or any two of these three can be done, it is going to make the extension harder to actually perform. But always keep in mind, your extension should be augmenting your piece in a positive way. It should be helping the image in some way. So flowing out of your origin just makes it look less abrupt. It makes it seem less jarring, less noticeable, more a part of the whole rather than some segmented anomaly stuck onto your image. You don't want that. People are going to notice that, it's going to have a lot of visual weight, and as a result, it's going to take away from your graffiti. That's why flowing out of the origin is important. Having a reason for your travel distance can help your negative space. It can help you balance letters out. It can help you flow as well. There's a lot of utility to be had there. And flowing at your destination, once again, is there to help flow and help the extension look cohesive. Now keep in mind, serifs and compressed extensions also follow this formula. However, because serifs and compressed extensions tend to be a lot smaller, especially compressed extensions, they almost always automatically flow at the destination. They're really easy to flow out of the origin, and in the case of a compressed extension, even if it doesn't flow out of the origin, it's extremely easy to have a reason for its travel distance, and that remains true for serifs' travel distance as well. I guarantee you, now that you know the formula of how extensions work and what extensions are, you can start to look at other graffiti artists' pieces and you'll be able to break down and see how their extensions work themselves. As we can demonstrate right now, this extension is used in order to balance out the name. This extension is used in order to go ahead and fill in negative space. This extension is used in order to go ahead and flow. This extension flows out of the origin. We already discussed the reason for this travel distance, and this one flows at the destination. You won't need any Build-A-Bear Instagram accounts in order to give you crappy extensions to copy. Relying on that stuff is going to do a lot more damage than any good. Extensions are meant for advanced graffiti artists. They're meant for graffiti artists who understand the fundamentals. They understand letter structure, negative space management, letter and name weight, flow, and letter and name positioning. If you do not understand those things, you will not be able to do extensions, and that's okay. Give it time, practice the fundamentals, and then come back to this video. For those of you guys who are still here, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If it helped you out, remember to hit the like button. It helps me out a bunch. And if you're new here, feel free to join the smartest graffiti community anywhere online. I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Peace.